What's up everybody, Dakota Shane here. I'm the co-founder of Copy Buffs. We're a content marketing agency specializing in copywriting, ghostwriting, and social media. I'm also a columnist for Inc. magazine where I cover all sorts of content marketing topics, helping entrepreneurs out. And today I wanted to teach you guys how I reached my first 1 million readers online and how you can apply the same tools, same tactics, same tips, and get the same end results. A lot of content on the topic, I realize, but most of it is outdated. The game has changed, so I wanted to give you guys some tips on how I did and how you can as well. First point that you want to do is, in the beginning, this is especially important, you have to have a laser focused niche. You have to have a focus. And I realize a lot of you are like, oh, I don't want to be put in a box as a writer. I don't want to, well, too bad, you got to do it. You know, the metaphor that I always use is if J.K. Rowling wrote an article about anything tomorrow and publish it about fucking unicycles, millions of people would read it, millions of people would share it probably, but it's only because at first she was really good at writing about wizards and magic and snitches and shit like that. So you have to start with a laser focused niche. And the little statement that I always use as a guiding light, and I've shared it with other people and they do as well, it's just use this little formula. I want to be the go-to authority on, insert your niche, on insert your social media platforms of choice right there. So in the beginning for me, what worked for me was, my statement was, I want to be the go-to authority on social media marketing on Medium. So if you use this, it makes your decisions binary. It makes it easy to know if you're getting closer to your goal or further away from your goal. But people are busier than ever before. This is the game. You can always expand your niche later, but you have to pick a focus and stick religiously to it for years if you want to get noticed online. Second is leverage already established platforms. This is a huge one. I don't know why every writer online thinks they have to start their blog from ground zero and wait decades till they get 100 readers online. You don't. Leverage other people's platforms. Become a regular contributor to small, mid-sized blogs, and then scrape your way up. What I always say is the second you get an ounce of traction, go bigger. So if you're contributing to a small blog in your niche, the second you have an article that does well, go bigger. Throw your application out, throw your emails out to dozens of publications. You'll get one. This is exactly what I use to go from Medium to Social Media Explorer, which is a mid-sized blog in the social media marketing world, and then eventually landed it on Inc. and now using that to get the book deal. So you just got to work your way up the ladder, scrape it up, be proactive, reach out. This is something that a lot of writers are missing, frankly, is just being proactive, hitting people up, DMing, emailing, sending them your articles on your topic to show what you got, to show you're passionate about this niche. And then the other way you do this is network. You have to just engage with people in your niche, and eventually, whether it's a month down the road, whether it's 2-3 years down the road, they can scratch your back. So I always use Twitter and LinkedIn for this, just engaging up with people's content, leaving thoughtful comments on there, not just thumbs up, awesome shit. Like, it's just, that won't work, but really engage, build fruitful relationships, mutually beneficial relationships with these people, and it's hands down the best thing you can do for your writing career. All right, point number 3, I know a lot of writers out there are gonna hate me for this, but it's just part of the game now, is have a social media presence. You have to be active on social media today as a writer on any sort of topic. But before you bitch, before you moan, just know that you're in control here. When I say be active on social, it doesn't mean you have to have 10 active profiles on every fucking channel. You're in charge, you're in control. Have that mindset shift. Tell your readers, the only thing that you need out of social media is interacting and engaging with your audience and readers on a more intimate level, saying thanks when they share your blog post, engaging with them, asking them what topics they want you to write about, just building that relationship up. But the thing is you're in control. If you don't like LinkedIn, well, fuck LinkedIn. Use the other social media channels. For me, it's Twitter and LinkedIn. I like LinkedIn, but use Twitter. tell your audience and your readers where they can find you, and they'll follow you if they like you. You don't have to be everywhere, so don't. All right, guys, point number 4 is keep a close eye on the landscape that you're in, just the online writing landscape in general, because truly this is the only way you're going to be able to see opportunities well before they come. So this means at least 3-4 times a week reading TechCrunch, reading Social Media Examiner, reading Content Marketing Institute blog. You have to be a student of the game, otherwise you're not going to be able to differentiate between the opportunities and the BS and the overhyped platforms. But because the thing is if you're an early adopter of something, it beats talent 9 times out of 10. For me, I was an early adopter of Medium. I'm not saying my articles weren't the best. I think they were the best online, but who knows, they might not be. But because I hopped on it early, I got that initial traction, beat out the other people that have been doing it way longer than me, just because I was a student of the game and able to differentiate between the opportunities and the BS. So be a student of the game, whether it's 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. You have to know what's going on in the landscape if you want to be a successful writer today online. Point number 5 is a huge one. Write it down, circle it, highlight it. Only write when you have something to say. Can you imagine how much better the world would be, the online world would be, if writers only wrote when they actually had some useful shit to say, some value to add to their audience or to the world? There'd be so much less shitty content out there. And what I'm not saying here though, because I know a lot of people are saying, well, that means that I can write every 3 months, a blog post every 3 months. That doesn't mean it at all. You still have to be consistent. You have to be writing at least 2 blog posts a month, no matter what length they are. You got to have consistency. But I'm challenging you instead to come up with more great ideas. Don't just have those gold nuggets. Always be thinking about what's that next viral blog post I could write, what's that next ebook I could write, what's that next Amazon bestseller that I can write. You have to always be thinking of good ideas, and only share, please, for the love of God and all things holy, when you have something to say. Don't just publish it to publish it, because today people have so many options online that you have one impression, one chance to make a good impression. And so the exercise that I always say for readers is write every single blog post as if the person you admire most, whether that's Arnold Schwarzenegger, whether that's LeBron James, whether that's your crush, is reading that blog post. Give it all you got, bring your A game with every fucking post. It'll definitely benefit you in the long run. All right, guys, saving the best point for last here. In order to get 1 million readers online, you have to get rid of your entitlement. You know, I love writers. I'm a writer. My family's full of writers. I hang out with writers. I love them. But we're an entitled crew. Just because you put in 10, 20, 30 hours on a single blog post doesn't mean that people should read it. People shouldn't read anything. You got to give them a reason to read anything, and know that it's going to take a lot of hard work. Like, just for my own situation, do you think I was passionate about writing my 28th fucking post about optimizing your Twitter presence? Like, you think I woke up just jazzed to write about that? Fuck no, I didn't. But it takes hard work. You have to have that hard work. You have to get rid of your entitlement and know that it's gonna take a long time, but the grind will be worth it in the end if you're passionate about what you're talking about. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys gained a lot of value from this. This is what I used to reach my 1 million reader mark a couple years back, and I hope that it helps you too. If you found value in this video, please subscribe, leave a comment, share, and also head on over to copybuffs.com on our blog page and sign up for our newsletter. You know, we're trying to build a really active, engaged community of kick-ass writers, and we'd love it if you guys joined it. Lots of helpful content like this, but written form, long form posts, short form posts, a lot of value over there at the Copybuffs blog. We're putting a lot of work into this, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.